welcome everyone to the Water Walk Talks podcast. My name is Sara Ram, and I'm a communications summer student here at H2O4ALL, an international charity delivering sustainable water solutions to communities all around the globe. 16 years ago, two people, Odile Bartlett and Timothy Mutu, came together with the desire to form a charity which would help rural villages in low, mid-income countries gain access to safe water. Today, we have co-founder Odile Bartlett joining us. Odile has an extensive business background in financing foreign trade and nursing and healthcare management. She designed and implemented just-in-time materials management systems to improve hospital performance while reducing waste and cost of medical surgical supplies. Her passion for philanthropy has allowed her to serve on a number of boards, where she has developed expertise in board governance. Being challenged by the results of good intentions and bad aid in developing countries, Odile is committed to creating a sustainable model for water and sanitation hygiene intervention. Odile, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Sarah, for your time to be able to share why I'm so passionate about water and how water changes women's lives. So thanks for that.
Amazing. Odile, what were the key motivators and experiences that led you to co-found H2O4ALL?
As you've already mentioned, Sarah, the topic of good intentions and bad aid, I was very aware of all the good intentions some people have, but when it actually gets implemented in the field, things don't work or things aren't quite right, and there was always issues. So when Tim Mutu 16 years ago started talking to me about doing some work around water in low to mid-income countries, I said to him, let's do it right. Let's do a whole different model. There was, large agencies coming in with a very top-down approach, saying, we have all the answers and this is what you need and we'll put a well here and a well there and then go away. And then there was some grassroots initiatives, things like getting people to put water in empty drinking water plastic bottles, and leaving them out in the sun for 24 hours for the UV rays to kill the bacteria in the water, which, yes, the UV rays will kill the bacteria to some degree. But at the same time, in North America, we're telling people not to leave their water bottle in their cars because the heat and the light, the UV light, will destroy the plastic, will break down the plastic. And we know that that plastic is very carcinogenic. So here we had double standards, one standard for the West and a different standard for people. And it's not sustainable then to have people being exposed to higher carcinogens. So we really wanted to take a good scientific approach, but we want to walk alongside people. We want to journey with people. Our value's always been that people have to come first. And we believe that together we're more than apart. So we journey with people. I like to call it working in the murky middle. We're not having a top-down approach. We don't have a grassroots approach, but we meet people where they're at. We listen, and we take time to journey with them and build relationships. And from there, we're able to suggest something that will meet their needs for water. And then we're able to empower them by building capacity, by training them so they can take ownership. And this becomes their system, their solution.
Amazing. Throughout your experiences in so many different countries, what have been the most common challenges you've come across in providing this safe water access to these vulnerable communities?
A lot of the challenges have involved women. One of our biggest challenge, and it was an emotional challenge as well, was when we first put in our first water system at Koala Hospital at the maternity ward. Women were giving birth in situations that you can't even begin to fathom. Women in labor would have to walk to the hospital with 2 jerry cans full of water. I've given birth and I couldn't imagine walking anywhere, let alone carrying heavy jerry cans full of water to a hospital to give birth. There was a high mortality rate with women during delivery because of infection at that time. because of the lack of water. So being able to do a water system at a maternity ward empowered the amazing nursing staff of that hospital to deliver safe baby. The midwives had clean conditions then. And within 6 months of the water system operating in the maternity ward, the death rate from infections went from 6% of women to 0. That means for every 100 women, there was not 6 women dying of infection. None of the women were dying from infection because of the safe water. So that was pretty amazing to see them give birth to healthy babies.
That is amazing. That's it, the access to safe water truly is transformative for these communities and for these women, especially. Looking forward, what are the most promising approaches or initiatives you see that effectively address this intersection of water access, gender equality, and community empowerment?
I think one of the most important aspects is giving women a voice. When women have a voice, community changes, lives change, poverty cycles are broken. So by women having a voice, I'm thinking specifically of one young lady. We had a team in Uganda and another time working at the hospital. And we met a woman named Bridget. And one of our team members took an interest in Bridget. And Bridget was a young girl. And she had a dream. She had a dream to become a medical doctor. But she had to look after some siblings because their mother had passed away. And she didn't have the resources to go to medical school. And a lot of her time would have been spent gathering water, looking after her siblings and stuff. But by bringing water to that community and the intersection we had with her life, she was able to change path. And today, Bridget is actually doing her internship in med school, and she will soon be a medical doctor. So that is really, really exciting to see that. Other places we've given women a voice, women rise up, and women are free. Women are not traveling 3-4 hours to get water, risking sexual abuse. It wasn't uncommon to meet women at the maternity ward giving birth because they had been raped fetching water. So the more we can free women from that task and have water accessible in a safe way, the less they're vulnerable to attacks. Girls, young girls, can go to school. Young girls often will drop out of schools because one, they have to fetch water and that takes time, so they don't have time to study, or menstrual health becomes an issue, and schools without water aren't equipped for girls to be there, so they miss out on a lot of opportunities. But when we can install water in schools, girls can stay in school, and that changes their lives. They can get an education. That too breaks the poverty cycle. That too gives them a voice. In local communities, we always have water committees, and those are usually women-led within the community. And they take ownership and they take care of the system. This frees them up to start businesses where they can earn income as well for their family. It improves their family, it improves their community, but most of all, it improves their self-worth.
Odile, your passion for change is truly inspiring. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your insights and your expertise. Before we wrap up, what message would you like to share with others and how they can help contribute to this cause?
Well, anybody can do something. We chose as a motto at H2O4ALL, making a difference, one drop at a time. And the one drop is what really makes a difference. By doing the little you can, we have Walk for Water coming up, which is a fundraiser initiative to raise water to bring more safe water projects around the world. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be an amazing athlete. I mean, my husband, bless his heart, is going to do a 5-kilometer Tough Mudder race. I can't do that. I've had a knee replacement recently, so I'm more limited. So I'm going to try and do something with my rehab team and get them involved as well, so that, you know, they can help me raise funds as well to give women the opportunity to have a voice, to be free, to have a brighter future.
Thank you so much, Odile, and thank you everyone for listening to this episode. We'll see you next month at the next Water Walk Talks.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.